Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Hermit Skies. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am having an amazing day. Words are hard, but I'm doing great. I hope you guys are doing great as well. I've done some work between episodes, as always. Added a couple more seeds, as I have been doing now for a while. I did decide to start growing the Nether Star seeds. I did kill one more Wither and made up the Nether Star seeds. We already had a Nether Star Crux from a quest reward, I think, and you plant that down underneath the soil that the seed is going to be grown on, and then it'll grow. But I only have one, so I can only grow one of those seeds at a time. I also made a whole bunch of these growth accelerators, 64 of them. I don't know if they're really doing much. Like, it's kind of working, but maybe it just seems really slow because I only have one. But they do grow pretty quickly. So, as a result, I have about 250 Nether Stars. Basically, all of those are from this guy. So that's good. I'm also growing Blizz rods and blaze rods, basically. Saltpeter, which is niter, that's used for making pyrotheum dust. And then I'm growing bronze as well. Let's see, what else? Ghasts I am now growing, Enderman, obsidian. Although I know there are much easier ways to automate the production of obsidian, I felt, you know what, this is convenient and easy, so I'm doing this. I think that's pretty much it as far as new crops. I did make some changes to Welsknight as well. I haven't seen your comments on that episode yet. It hasn't come out yet for when I'm recording this, but I did make some changes. And I just want to be clear, the goal of Welsknight, the goal of Welsknight is not for me to like make a profit or to become rich or anything like that. I am fully aware that I'm getting ripped off in this shop by 1 gold coin for 1 stack of Enderium ingots, for example. No, the goal here is that people who want to avoid some of the grind in this Skyblock can come here and do so to save them some time. That's really the goal, is just to help the other hermits out. I would actually be perfectly fine with just giving this stuff away, which is basically what I'm doing. But I think the idea then is that eventually I'll probably put up something like, if you want to earn more gold coins, you can trade, one of these items for a stack of gold coins. Maybe I'll do, like, for example, these withering souls, right? These drop from withers. As far as I know, there's not a way to get them any other way. You have to fight a wither to do it. And I might say, like, one of these withering souls will give you, I'll give you another stack of gold coins for that or something. I haven't really decided yet. But I made some changes here as well. So I've added a couple more items. Wither skeleton skulls, gas tiers, blizz rods, blaze rods. I think that was it. Were these 4? Maybe ink sacks weren't here yet. I don't remember. But I did that, and then I also changed the way that this is linked up with Applied Energistics 2. So at the end of last episode, all of this was linked up to a single drawer controller, and basically I just made it an extension of my storage with a higher priority. The problem with that was that whenever I used any of these resources, like stone or redstone or iron or whatever, it was taking it out of here first. And I kind of knew that was going to happen, but I didn't really think of a good workaround for it. What I did instead is I basically put a drawer controller on each of these sets of 20 drawers, and then I put 4 export buses, and each one of these has a capacity card so it can export 5 items. So basically I am exporting all of the items here, which means that these should pretty much always stay topped off. Like, I shouldn't have to come back here and manually refill any of this stuff. It should just always be full. And these are all items that I can get basically at will by just crafting them using the essences from the mystical agriculture crops. So shouldn't be difficult for me to, you know, get, like, say they completely drain my supply of diamonds, for example. I can get more diamonds very easily. I just come in, I find, you know, my diamond essence, and I say, I would like more diamonds, please. So then I craft up, you know, all the diamonds. And then it's basically good. You know, I mean, it's a very simple process. It works, it gets the job done. And that is basically the idea of this whole thing. So there. What I want to do in today's episode is a couple of things. Crafting all of those essences regularly is kind of a pain, if I'm being entirely honest. It's kind of a pain to do. So I want to set up a system that will automatically craft all this for us. Should be really, really easy. Basically, we're just going to be making use of a crafter, tier 3, like this, from RF Tools, just like we did for our essences. And we'll just put the various recipes in, and that should be super, super easy to do. Although I don't really know where I want to put it yet. Is there anything over here? There is not. I could probably just put it in this room. In fact, that's what I'll do. I'll set it up in this room. The other thing that I want to do in today's episode is, well, a couple of things, actually. So, first of all, if we look, actually, let's get out of the hallway and come down. Yeah. Oh, another thing I did. I'm now farming blazes here instead of slimes. These guys are pretty amazing. They drop a bunch of different things. They drop snowballs, they drop loot bags, they drop blizz rods, and they drop snowballs. And they drop blizz chunks, and these are basically tier 3 mob chunks. So if I smelt this up, I will get tier 3 mob chunks first, which is pretty cool. But one thing I want to do is I want to go to the end today, and I want to slay the Ender Dragon. I think that's going to be a really good thing. We need to make some end crystals, because I think Biffa has already killed the dragon once. I'm pretty sure he has. So I want to make this guy up and actually fight the dragon today, because there's some things I need from the dragon. So that's on the list. And there's some other things on the list as well. So yeah, it's going to be a good episode. Let me get prepared for this Ender Dragon fight. I think I'm going to make up a Tinker's Crossbow as well, and we should be good. Also, before I forget, a lot of you have said, hey, you should use Signalum for your sword blade because it's better than the carbon. That's actually not true. Signalum got nerfed pretty hard in 1.10.2, I believe it was, in that version of Tinker's. Signalum got a pretty significant nerf. So if you look at like a Signalum broadsword, 7.2 attack damage, compare that to a carbon broadsword, 25 attack damage. Carbon is without a doubt like the best of all things for making tools, except for maybe like, I don't know, Infinity perhaps is better. Yeah, Infinity is better. But yeah, that's kind of the deal. So let me get prepared for this Ender Dragon fight. I'll be back in just a little bit. All right, guys, I'm back and we're good to fight our dragon. I think we're ready. I made myself a carbon longbow. Speaking of which, I need those arrows. There we go. So I made myself a carbon longbow. And it's basically all carbon except for the drawstring, which is just string. I was looking at Tinker's. There's really not anything in this pack as far as bowstrings go that give you any extra benefit. So if you look at string, modifier 1. Slime vine, modifier 1. Slime vine, modifier 1, etc. It's all the same. You might as well just use the string one. And then for the arrows, it's basically carbon head, carbon arrow shaft, and invar fletching, which actually gives it a little bit of a bonus damage-wise, and that's what I decided to go with. Now, I've been using this, I mean, the draw speed on this thing is just ridiculous. Like, it's so fast. But it doesn't seem to be, like, incredibly accurate. Like, I was aiming here, and it went over this way. But it does a ton of damage. I mean, it says 300 bonus damage. That's from the carbon, so we'll see how this thing goes. But I'm excited. We should probably put some modifiers on it, but I kind of want to field test it first and see what it actually, like, needs before we get to that point. So, we're actually going to borrow Biffa's end portal. If Biffa has one, I think it's this one right here. He created one a few episodes ago, and he fought the dragon. He actually was going to invite me to come along, and then he kind of forgot, but that's okay. But he has an end portal set up over here. We'll set one of these up on our own eventually, but for now, I just want to kill the dragon. So, I've got my end crystals, I've got some golden apples, some food, my armor, my sword. Everything should be good. Let's head into the end. Here we go. Biffa was here. Have fun. And he actually made end crystals and stuff to leave. Oh, that was very nice of him. Why, thank you, Biffa. Okay, anyway, so why is this one end crystal not popped? I don't know. Either way, we're going to respawn the dragon. So we're going to go 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. And then we are going to turn our volume way down because the dragon is absurdly loud. There we go. So we've got these crystals. Excuse me. Uh-oh, that's a bad... Oh, we can't yet because the dragon... I was like, why is it not killing the thing? But it's because the dragon... It's not done with the summoning ritual yet. It won't let me. Look at that. My volume is at 20% and it's that loud. That's just ridiculous. How good is this bow at aiming? It actually seems okay. What do we got left? One down there. One over here. I will say modded dragon fights are significantly easier than vanilla ones. Mostly because you can fly and you don't have to do this stupid climb up the towers to break the crystals dance. All right. Oh, did you see the damage on that? That's like almost all of his health in one go. And now we'll just hit him with the sword, and that should be the dragon fight, basically. Oh, I did also bring some glass bottles with which to pick up dragon breath. Please, Enderman. Oh, no. I need this dragon breath. I was going to say, I'm not getting dragon breath right now. I'm getting end air or something like that. There we go. I got at least a little bit here. I should probably fill these up before I end the fight. There we go. All right, it's done. Kill the dragon. Dragon is dead. Lovely. And it dropped one of these guys. And we got an infinity booster card. That's so good. That is so good. Okay. How do I get this? I don't know why. Okay, well, whatever. Let's, oh, I didn't bring torches with me at all. All right, well, we got the dragon heart. I need to borrow one of these. I'm sorry. There we go. I'll take my end dragon egg, which I do need. We'll go like so. I'll put the torch back just in case other people have forgotten theirs. We'll turn our music, our volume back up to its normal level. And now I'm going to head back home. So there we go. We have killed the dragon. And we got an infinity booster card. I totally did not know that you got that from killing the dragon. Or that you could get it from killing the dragon. That's so good. We chuck that in here. And now this wireless crafting terminal will work anywhere in the world across dimensions and everything. That's so good. Like, oh, that's a very wonderful thing. Okay. And Emerald Dank Null Panels. That's pretty good too. Draconium Dust. We got all sorts of good stuff. So let's take a look here and see. Obviously, the Dragon Heart is used for making Draconium, Awakened Draconium. The Dragon Egg, though, what can we actually... An Ender Dragon Death Muffler stops Ender Dragon death sounds within a 32 block radius. I kind of want to make one of those just as a service to all the other hermits. That's so... that's actually pretty cool. Okay, anyway. Celestial Manipulator, highest tier solar panel requires dragon eggs? Really? That seems a little ridiculous. But I suppose if the dragon egg drops every time we kill it, then could be worse. What else is here? I don't really need any of that stuff. Yeah, I think this is all good. The Infinity Booster card is amazing, though. I'm so glad we got that. I've been hoping to get one of those from a Wither for quite some time, but I've killed like 4 or 5 Withers, and it hasn't dropped. So I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe there's a better way. Turns out you can get it from fighting the dragon. So that's good. Okay. Anyway, so now we have killed the dragon, and I think that means we can go... Do we have enough to make this? I know we have an Awakened Draconium block somewhere. Let's just see here. I might actually be able to make this thing. The Draconium Crux. Yeah, I totally can. Okay, so I just need a block of diamond. That's easy. We'll make one of those, toss that in here, and we'll make the Awakened Draconium Crux. And that means I can start growing Draconium seeds. So this is pretty awesome. I'm actually very happy about this. So we'll come to... where to grow these? I'm thinking... like right here. That should be fine. Okay. So we'll go... let's just break out a little hole right here. Break out that. Throw down the crux. And that should do the trick. This thing should now be growing, right? Yep, 28%. Look at that. So we're going to be growing Awakened Draconium Essence. And we can use this to make Awakened Draconium. It'll be slow going, but it will work. Very, very slowly, but it will work. And it will be great. So we'll throw that in there. Okay, awesome. That's good. Now, I think the next thing I want to do... man, there's just so much stuff I want to do in this episode. I think the next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and automate the crafting of all those essences into the various things. Now, some of these can be crafted into multiple things, like Nature Essence, for example. Nature Essence can be crafted into like 10 different things. So I'm not going to automate the crafting of those, but any of the ones that only really craft into one thing, like Vibrant Alloy, Energetic Alloy, redstone, stuff like that, you might as well just automate those that crafting and get it done. So let me get that set up and I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back and I've got it all done, all automated, all fixed up and good to go. So we've got it all kind of over here. This is what you see from this side. Very simple, just 4 crafters. Nice and simple. If we come out here, however, you can see kind of the guts of everything. So let's just kind of tear back this wall a little bit. So basically what we have, I've got a energy conduit. I'm just running this off the same one that's powering this crafter. I did switch this to a dense cable because this was going to use a bunch of channels. And then I run this cable over. Here we have exporters going into the crafter with 2 capacity cards and 2 acceleration cards, and that has all the different types of essences for this machine. So like this one, for example, is all this stuff. Here we have Nether Star and Draconium, or Awakened Draconium, and I just make the byproduct go directly into here, and then once there's enough of it, it'll craft more and send it all back into my ME system via importers on top. So essentially, we have an exporter going into each one with the stuff that makes the things, and then we take the things out using an import bus. And that's basically it. Nice and simple, gets the job done, and will basically mean that I don't have to automatically go through and craft every single thing manually. Now, there's still some stuff that I will have to do manually, like, the various Nature Essence stuff primarily, the things that, because this can be crafted into like 5 different things or more. That's like, it's a large number of different things. So you want to be kind of, I think I want to leave myself kind of in control of that, if that makes sense. But it's all good. Now, I've done a little something here. I've been working on just kind of crafting some things for quests. Things that I'm not really going to use, but that I get a quest reward for. So like these apples, Down here, I did these first 4 jet packs. The only one I didn't do was the Dark Souls jet plate, which is a bit tougher. There's a couple other things that we already had completed, like this one, for example. So we're going to go through here, and we're just going to claim all of these rewards and hope that in our opening of loot chests, we're going to get the super sword that we've been trying to get for like ever and still have not been successful. We just had some kind of bad RNG because you get it from the loot chests. There's no quest reward that actually like gives it to you as far as I can tell. But let's see what we get here. So we got a Blaze Charm, a Diamond Shield, more Draconium Infused Obsidian, Flask of Magma Skin, another Diamond Shield, another Junky Growth Crystal. Oh, by the way, a lot of you said slow growth means that it slows growth. No, that's not true. The Growth Crystal does increase growth. The reason that it says slow growth is if you look at these, this one is a small increase, as in slow growth. This one is fast growth, so more of an increase, and then the highest here is fastest growth. So just wanted to clear that up while I was thinking about it. Greater Ring of Experience, 64. Oh, man. We're not going to get the sword, are we? Nope. I mean, 64k ME storage components are okay. Draconic cores are nice, but it's not what I'm looking for. And 64Ks, like, I can make those things all day. Do you see how many processors I have? I have 9,000 gold ones, 5,200 diamond ones. There was a small mistake in my automation where it just kept going. I was like, where are all my diamonds going? Well, now I know. But I think it is time for us to make the Dire crafting table. This guy right here. So we need to make a bunch of compressed crafting tables, which are basically just 9 regular crafting tables in a line. And wow, this is many crafting tables required for this. That's all right though. So 4 of those, and then that will allow us to make the double compressed crafting table. So that's a start. And then we need 9 of these crystal matrix ingots, and these require, each one requires 4 diamond lattices, which is just 5 diamonds, and then 2 nether stars. So we want to start with this. I need 8. So if we need 4 of these, I need 32 of these guys. There we go. And then there we go. We have our 8 crystal matrix ingots, and we have the Dire crafting table. This is something that some of you guys have been wanting me to get into for a long time. But it's basically a 9x9 crafting table. This is what's used for all those crazy extreme crafting recipes. And we do, of course, get a quest reward for it. So I will take the loot chest. That also gives us 4 resonant conversion kits. The loot chest gives us a bunch of different skulls, actually. That's actually a pretty good reward because it actually completes another quest for us. This one down here to make all the different types of mob heads from Ender.io. So, you know, there are worse things. And then we got an RF gauge from Ender.io, which is kind of whatever. But still, good stuff. Now, I want to look. We've got our Dire crafting table. If we go back here, we can make the Sword of the Cosmos. I need neutronium ingots, infinite. Wow, this is going to take some doing. Let's just see here. How do I get neutronium? It doesn't say. I'll probably have to look it up. Oh, you need neutron. Okay, I see. So you need neutron collectors, and then probably neutron. Well, this requires neutronium, so I'm going to assume that the neutron collectors are needed to get neutronium, and then you can use it to make other things. I think that's how it works. Apparently, these neutron collectors also take like an absurd amount of time to actually do their thing. So let's try and make Actually, we need that dire crafting table again, don't we? I wish you could integrate this with your ME system so you could just pull things from here. But let's go with, how many of the those lattice things do I need? If I look at neutron collector, these crystal matrix ingots, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these. So why don't we just go... Let's just go like this. Matrix. Here we go. Let's just make a bunch of these diamond lattices. Let's make like 2 stacks. And then I'll just make as many of these as I can. 32. We'll get more nether stars. My thing will run overnight and we'll come back to probably 100 nether stars or so in the morning. It gets the job done. Oh, actually, I still have 196 left. Okay. So we've got those. Now we need redstone blocks. So let's grab a few of these. We needed... Oh, we needed iron blocks. Let's grab a couple stacks of those. And then I think it was quartz. And that's to make the neutron collector, right? Yes, there we go. And that allows us to make 4 of them. Okay, cool. So I think this is kind of the starting point for the extreme crafting. I'm not entirely sure. I've never played around with Avaritia, like ever. So this is all new to me. Let's just put these like here for the moment. Okay, and it is getting progress. So things are happening. It doesn't seem to be that slow. I mean, this is, it's already up to 3%. It's not fast, but it's not that slow. And then let's just go with like a chest. Let's just get a diamond chest here. Grab a couple item conduits. We'll put the chest right there. And we'll go like this. Insert. Extract always, 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 and always. And then when this is done, whatever it spits out should, I assume, end up in here. I'm assuming that's probably going to be like the neutronium nuggets, or maybe the it'll probably be piles of neutrons. Oh, no, it'll probably be neutronium nuggets. I don't know. I'll figure it out. We'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, though, guys, I am out of time for this episode, so I'm going to have to go ahead and call this one right here. That nether portal is really loud. My friends, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.